Hi, and welcome to At Home with AJ. I'm glad that you welcome the Kingsville Public Library into your home and that you're joining me in mine. Today we're going to have a little fun with some recycled material. We're going to turn it into a piece of art. So you're going to take some magazines that you have lying around, or newspaper, or even you can use some old greeting cards, whatever you have on hand, some paper that you want to recycle, maybe even some of that junk mail you've been wanting to get rid of. Now's a good time to turn it into something neat. You will need some Podge. You can use regular glue. I like to use Podge because it dries clear, so you don't have to be as neat and careful as you're gluing your paper. You'll need brushes, maybe some thin tipped and some wide foam depending on what you want to use. A utensil to trace your template or draw your template. And then if you need a template or a pattern, which I did, and of course I cut mine on the Cricut because we know that I use the Cricut because I'm not talented. Or you could freehand draw it like my daughter Katie did. She actually drew the outline for this before she did it and glued it on there. So that's all you need to do this fun project. Oh, and a foam board or something to mount it on. If you don't have one of these nice foam boards, which I got at the Dollar Tree, you can cut the side of a cardboard box, you can use a small pizza box, whatever you have on hand will work just fine. And once you get your magazine shredded into little strips, you're ready to trace your pattern and get started. So once you have your pattern cut, you can lay it down on your foam board and begin to trace it. And once you've traced your pattern, you will have something that looks like this. Or if you're talented, unlike me and like Katie, who was able to freehand it, you'll have something like this. And from there, we will be able to begin to use our Mod Podge and our paper strips to glue the strips onto the outline of your design. So you're going to start arranging your strips onto your traced design. And the first thing you're going to want to do is sort of lay your strip down in whatever area you're going to want to start working in, and look to see where does it line up with your design and trim it accordingly. And once you have a few pieces, 3, 4, 5, depending on how sophisticated or simple your design is. And then I have both some sponge brushes here, and then I have some little brushes here. So if you're doing a wide area, you can use the Mod Podge with your wider brush. In some of these thinner areas, you can use the smaller brush just to get you started. And we're going to just place that right over top of our design, right where we want it. And it's okay if it overlaps a little bit. It's okay if there's some gaps in it, whatever you prefer. Whatever will make your design yours. And I'm just going to let that one lay there because it wants to, and that's okay. Don't fight it real hard. If there's a gap in there, you can always take another piece of paper and go right over top of it so that it ends up filling in that gap, because I don't like that gap, but maybe you will. And you're just going to continue on throughout your entire design, trimming as you need to make the paper fit into your trace template. So once you get your pieces glued into place, this is your finished product. And you can hang it up on the wall or in the garage, depending on how satisfied you are. This is a great way to keep the kids entertained. If you're looking for good art projects to do to keep them busy while they're still home from school, this is a wonderful way to do it. Give them a pair of scissors, let them cut up some magazines. It'll keep them busy for quite some time. This is a nice project because you can actually do a little bit, walk away, and then come back to it. And of course, it's excellent for recycling. Hope you enjoyed this video today. If you did, make sure that you like, comment, and share so that your friends can be our friends. If you tried this project, make sure that you post a picture in the comments. And we'd love to hear your feedback. You can email us, reference@kingsvillelibrary.org. Again, thanks for letting Kingsville Library into your home, joining me in mine today. I hope that you're staying safe, staying well, practicing social distancing. We'll see you real soon.